Oregon State Capitol in Salem, Oregon, where there is a mass civil disobedience rally being held today. I don't know what that means. I don't know the details, but I do know there's quite a few people here. So this might get interesting. On top of there being a few people here, Antifa has made it very clear that they plan on coming and shutting this down. So, should get interesting in more ways than one. Hear people chanting, "Take your sign and leave." So let's go find this sign.
So they're getting past my house.
Oh, there's more people. Got quite a few people over here.
I don't believe that. I think a lot of people out here know exactly what you're talking about. I think you're talking to the wrong group. I do. I think a lot of people here are sympathetic. But you don't know for sure. We all around here stand for conservative values. I'm pretty sure abortion's part of that.
Looks like we have a anti-abortion thing going on here as well.
I think you guys are being funded by somebody.
I asked you for Bible verses. You don't want to go there, do you? So what brings you over here?
So it says Mark of the Beast is the Trump hat.
I'm giving you a chance to explain.
I'm leaving because I don't want to turn around and start. I don't want to sign anything.
Don't you believe in healthy debate?
Or at least the exchange of ideas.
I'm interested in what brings you on. I'm not here to attack you. I'm not here to qualify what's against you. I'm honestly here to hear what brings you out.
Maybe that's the problem today. Maybe that's why so many men and women just go to church and think that they're okay. Because they've lost faith.
Oh, is that what they were chanting? Get your sign and leave? Oh, okay. So earlier, yeah, try not to get those pictures. So apparently what was going on was apparently that sign, the anti-abortion, which was anti-Trump as well somehow, brought it over here and was antagonizing people, and then when confronted, she didn't have anything to say. So that's fun. Good times. What's up? It's cracking. It's cracking. Everybody having fun? Everybody looking forward to having a good day today? But saw somebody ask, where do I hear about these things? A lot of times people send them to me. Otherwise, honestly, like, yeah, your guess is as good as mine. If I didn't have people sending me stuff or asking me if I was going to certain things, I would probably not know. Other times I just get lucky. So yeah, I saw somebody else mention Antifa. Yes, that is definitely been rumored. Antifa's Twitter sphere has been very vocal about coming out today and blocking it and blocking everything and shutting everything down and all that. So it'll definitely be curious to see what happens. There's still a lot of people showing up. Got a lot of media here, so that's interesting. There's one that I've never seen before. Didn't know we had a Channel 9 anywhere.
Stranger.
How's it going?
Good. I haven't seen you forever.
Oh, I've been hiding.
Oh.
All these masks and everything, you know.
Under the tent, please.
Oh, the bag is a big joke. It's a big joke about the masks. See what these guys are talking about, and then I'll go find the bag again, get you guys a good picture of it.
Robert, how are you?
Good, sir. How's your noggin?
See you. Much better today.
Good. If you guys recognize him, he was one of the people that actually stayed in the room the other weekend when State Patrol came out and pushed everybody out, and he actually sat on the ground in peaceful protest with his hands up, and he got pepperballed in the head, big old welt, and ended up getting arrested. Ooh, correction. He got pelted in the head with a pepper ball prior to getting arrested. Look at these stormtroopers. This guy turned his cameras so he could watch them. How's it going, sir? Oh, always.
You have your umbrella ready just in case?
Huh?
You have your umbrella with you just in case it gets crazy for the weather?
No, I got a hood. I'll just kind of like hunker underneath it.
I got mine ready this time. I'm going to be prepared this time.
You see that pole that I've been using?
No.
I
It's
got-
similar to mine? Or?
Oh no, I have it goes up to 14 feet.
Oh, wow.
And I'm gonna rig up a umbrella. Like I'll get some C-clamps and rig up an umbrella on there so I can bring it out when it rains.
Nice.
Probably look funny.
You go handle it, guys.
Ken,
It's not my president, not mine either, guys.
we need your American flag up here. Can we get our speakers over here under the tent, please? We're going to get started
not,
in just about 5 minutes.
I've not heard anything so far about Antifa gathering. I mean, I know they've been talking a lot about planning on doing it and so on, but so we got a whole bunch of people marching in right now. Bunch of Proud Boys coming in. That's a lot of Proud Boys. Looks like they're not going to not going to mess around today with Antifa. So it'll definitely be interesting. I know Antifa's watching this right now and tweeting it. So, but yeah, I don't necessarily think that Antifa's going to show up. It's a lot of people for them.
the coffee that's been paid off by China. Kate Brown will be going to get more.
So I'll just give you guys an idea of the dynamic here. We got a lot of normal people over here, people who just want to stand up for freedom and support the event and everything. And over there is their security team. I think that's the best way to describe it. And I saw somebody say low energy. Well, I mean, nothing started yet. Everybody's just kind of hanging around. We're gonna start a speech here probably here in a second. Some more Proud Boys down there.
Judy and Suzanne, Jeff Croft. And Joey.
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Not bad.
How's Christmas?
It's good.
The bells are ringing. That must mean it's time to start.
What did you do? It's all the game y'all played. Bought the present.
Oh, yeah.
That one time.
Yeah, and
Well,
Christmas Day we spent with Tia's family.
You said what?
Christmas Day we spent with Tia's family, and then the next day hung out with my dad and my brother. And
I'm so glad
It was pretty
everybody's
good.
here and what we're
It was
standing
better than
for
bad.
here, and that's
That's
for our
good.
freedoms, and that is to stop the tyranny here in Oregon, because guess what? It's time, right?
You'll do great.
I've had a lot of people ask me, why are you doing this? What is your point? Well, that was easy. We're here to prove a point. We're here to prove it peacefully, and we want to be heard. All of us have been affected by the shutdowns and everything else that Kate Brown has done to us. And guess what? I don't know about you, but I've had enough. Enough is enough. And this event is for all of us to be together, to vent our frustrations, to be
Hi,
heard,
Audra.
and to be seen.
Oh, there's a F.
And
Donald
not
Trump
taking
rolling
this
by right
crap
there.
anymore. Civil disobedience is exercising our constitutional rights. It's saying no to the lockdown. It's saying no to the mask. It's saying no to election fraud. It's saying no to medical tyranny. It is saying open up the economy and the schools for the citizens of the state. And it's saying no to close legislative sessions. So we're here to stand against tyranny. We the people demand a free and fair election. And by golly, we're here to prove it, that we want this done. This is our state. That's right. The Republicans of Oregon must get behind our president, the President of the United States of America, now. And if they cannot be public about their support for our president and a free and fair election and standing up for people, then we won't forget it when it comes to voting.
Never forget.
Never forget. And the ones that do stand up for us and for Oregon, we will remember them. We aren't playing anymore. So we're going to start off real quick with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll get into our speakers.
Hey, I see some people. I see some people.
Oh, wow.
I see people talking about concrete reporting right now. And anybody know where he's at? Is he in Salem right now? And I see he's interviewing Dustin or
You
whatever.
guys should come down in the plaza and open that up.
Yeah, he is in Salem. Okay, so it looks like they might be showing up after all. Gosh, I really hope they don't play music. This is civil disobedience.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, concrete reporting is 100% lefty. Really good buddies with Antifa. Antifa doesn't bother him. He walks around usually without a mask and stuff. Or they do. There's a few of them.
Coming down the flyer and then going to get
Okay, so we have our first speaker, if you guys want to pay attention over here. We have Quincy. Where's Quincy? Quincy is known as the Black conservative preacher, and I'm sure a lot of you guys follow him. If you don't, you should. He goes all over America to bring us the news, the good news, and the truth about what's really going on. He's a godly man, and he's a very calm man, and we just love Quincy a lot. One thing about Quincy I'd like to say is Quincy always stands up for what's right. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Quincy with the Black conservative. That is the Black conservative preacher.
It's good to see everybody here on the first of the year of 2021. Good to see people out here, of course. I usually never know what I'm going to say, so I'm going to go for it. I mean, I got cameras on me. The world is watching, right? That's what the fake media always likes to say, right? The CNN, the world is watching. Well, there's like 10 cameras up here, plus people streaming. It is what it is. First, I'm going to address my fellow brethren over there, them Christians, them street preachers. They're not out here to be against Donald Trump. They're not out here to be against you guys as individuals. They're out here to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, and that's that Jesus died for each and every single one of us. He died for us so that we could be born again and accept that free gift of salvation that grants us that gift into heaven, eternal life. There's two places that we choose to go, and it's our choice, it's our decision. No one can make you make that decision but your own self.
Amen,
DSWP. That may convict you, but you have to respond, and that's why they're out here. They're not out here because they're shouting hate speech. They're not out here because they hate you or to talk bad about you. They're out here because they actually love you and care about your resting place, and you should as well. That's why they are out here. So I just wanted to address that because I know some people are probably against them and why are you guys out here? We all like Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with Trump. Donald Trump is not going to save none of us. We may like him as a president. I love Donald Trump. I stand with him. I love that he's a straight shooter. He don't care. He's going to say what he wants to say. I love that, and that's what the street preachers do. They call it straight down. Straight down. They don't care if it hurts someone's feelings. They don't care if it's politically correct or not. They're going to tell you how it is according to the scriptures of the Bible. That's why they're out here. So here we are, January 1st, and there's many cities, many towns across Oregon that are not complying. They're not complying. They're starting to open up their business, their shop. Hats off to them. Hats off to them. And what I've been noticing over the several years, up until now, is that a lot of people have been afraid. And it's still like that, especially in liberal democratic Portland, Oregon. We had supposedly there's 60 million people voted for Trump. You know, there's reports out there that are saying 80 million people voted for Trump. Where are those 80 million people? Where are they at?
We're here.
A lot of them are afraid because of these cameras. They're afraid because of media. They're afraid because of the governors, the mayors. And so they're afraid to disobey, but yet we see anarchists disobey and be lawless all the time, and there's no consequences for them. Nothing happens to them. Yet us conservatives, us Republicans, we play by the rules because we respect the law, and so we comply. And while we're sitting here complying, our rights are being stripped from us. They're telling us what we can do and what we cannot do, and we're saying, okay, master, we'll do it. We can't walk into stores because we are afraid of a virus. We're afraid of getting sick. We're afraid of getting sick.
Much better.
The flu has been around for years, decades. So has the cold, so has allergies. But we are not hearing about that this year. We haven't heard about the flu. We haven't heard about pneumonia. We haven't heard about a cold. All year long, everything has been COVID. Everything has been conditioning you guys to put on masks, and we are complying to it because we're afraid. We're afraid that, hey, if I don't wear my mask to work, I'm going to lose my job. If I don't wear my mask into the store, they're going to kick me out. The problem is we need to walk away from the fear. We are actually living in fear. So I know there's a lot of times there's New Year's resolutions about going to the gym. So how about this year we start with a New Year's resolution that we are not going to live in fear no more. We are not going to live in fear anymore. Especially since our country was founded on God, and we all love to say, in God we trust. Well then, if in God we trust is actually truly what you believe for our country, there is no fear in God. There's no fear in God. So I'm asking you guys to stand up and continue to rise and take off the mask. I've been traveling across the country for months and months on airplanes, sometimes that are completely full, sometimes that are half empty. I have not even caught a cold, but yet COVID is running rampant across the United States. The airplanes, you can sit next to someone and it's okay, but you can't go out to eat with your family in a restaurant. It doesn't make sense, folks. It does not add up. Stop living in fear, and if you truly trust in God, then in God we trust.
Thank you so much, Quincy. And remember to follow him, Black Conservative Preacher. He's on YouTube, he's on Facebook, he's all over. So I'm going to introduce somebody else that I think most people here know already. She's part of Oregon Women for Trump. She's on our team.
Chris is there somewhere.
And
there he is right there.
this girl is a huge activist in the state of Oregon. She's also a previous Polk County GOP chair. And she is now the assistant director of Blexit, Oregon. So Oregon's really lucky to have her on our right side here. And she'll be leading our march, and she's going to tell you more about our march to the governor's residence and the direction and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys to Unita Branigan.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Who's taking off that mask? Take it off! All right, well, thank you for being here. Before I get started, I'd like to honor a big patriot. Her family contacted us this week and asked if we could mention her.
So that appears to be the civil disobedience plan for today, is not wearing masks and mass gathering. It's exciting.
And today she is holding the line from above. But I want to show you the flag that's been that will be
Give you guys an idea of the
as we march up to the Capitol. I mean, to the Mahonia Hall.
of the crowd here.
This is for you, Chris. So a few words before we get started. Yeah. The directions after all our speakers move up.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, man?
Living the dream.
It's time
All right.
to open up our
One nightmare at a time. So this is what's happening right now at the Oregon State Capitol. For everybody just now tuning in, there's apparently Antifa's also here in Salem. What'll probably happen is as soon as this thing starts to end or they start their march, that's when Antifa will show up. They don't usually show up when there's a lot of opposition. They'll probably actually show up as everybody's going home. That way they can say they chased everybody out of town. To be 100% honest. Thank you very much, Nelson. Thank you very, very much. Every little bit helps get me to DC.
I, like Quincy, have traveled the country also. I have gone to DC many, many times. I do not wear a mask. I am still here. I take care of myself. I do all the things I'm supposed to, just as you expect to do. Again, do not do what you need to do. And let the rest of us live.
There's some more people over here on the other side of the street as well.
You guys is, you know what? She's on Twitter. She's actually probably watching this right now because, you know, she's going to throw another threat at us. The bully is going to threaten us again. But I want you guys to go to Twitter, Facebook, whatever social media she's on, and tell her how you feel. It's time that you all speak up and share how you feel and let her know that we will no longer be bullied by a dictator. So our next speaker is a really good friend of mine. We have been in the trenches together. We have used our voices to go out to some of the neighborhoods in Mike Schmidt's neighborhood. They know us. But he is a patriot. He's willing to fight. And
thank you, Linda.
Should all be encouraged.
Thank you very much.
Today. He's going to be speaking today. Jerry, there he sits.
Nelson, thank you.
Some lovely Oregon weather. So anyway, I want to take a few minutes to talk about direct action and the appeal to heaven, otherwise known as the pine tree flag. It's a revolutionary flag that maybe a lot of you aren't familiar with. So I'm going to share some history with you and some thoughts on the future. I'll start by talking about the flag here. This is the flag I'll be carrying today. It was the first flag flown over George Washington's Navy. That was 6 battleships. The tree represents the eastern pine. It was renowned around the world at the time for making masts for ships. It was the first real commodity of our early colonies. So it played a big role in our first economy and in the culture and society back then. That's what the tree represents. The phrase appeal to heaven comes from 16th century philosopher John Locke. It played a big foundation in the roles of our founders and our Constitution. The phrase appeal to heaven comes in his second treatise on government. And in his words, it's, and where the body of the people or any single man is deprived of their rights or under the exercise of a power without rights and have no appeal on earth, then they have the liberty to appeal to heaven. This was known to our founders as the right to revolution or the right to rebellion. I know it sounds a little bit wonky and old Englishy, but in simpler terms, what Locke meant was when your king, your government, or any ruler has denied you any means of expressing or taking advantage of your God-given, unalienable rights, then your last right is that right to rebellion. An appeal to heaven is not a prayer to be saved, but in fact it is a blessing. It is a request for a blessing of your righteous actions. So as we march today, I ask each of you to be on guard that your actions are righteous and your reactions are guided by wisdom and not emotion. This will be a long war with many battles. Each requires its own unique warriors and strategies. So please remember, while we all may have our individual motivations, our goals should remain the same. Righteous action in order to restore freedom and liberty to our republic. Now I'd like to read a few words from Thomas Paine. These words were spoken by George Washington right before that famous trip on that snowy night across the Delaware River. These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country.
Right.
But he that stands now deserves the love of man and woman. Tyranny like hell is not easily conquered, yet we have this as consolation. The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. Indeed, we find ourselves in hard times, fellow patriots. Much like our founders, we are few in number, but we are large in conviction and spirit. Our purpose is righteous, and our situation is dire. But as I look out now onto this crowd before me, I am rejuvenated and I am boldened, because there are no fair weather patriots here.
Right.
No, my friends, those that stand before me now are warriors sent by God himself.
Amen.
With one purpose and the strength of 1,000 lions. As we march, let me leave you with these parting thoughts. The revolution of our founding was not in a day, a month, or a year. No, fellow patriots, it took many years and great loss of blood and treasure to get back, to beat back the King's army and found the greatest republic known to human history. Nor will our revolution be won in a day, a month, or a year. The roots of liberty have long been neglected. It will not be an easy or quick task to bring them back to life. So I pray to Almighty God and ask each of you to dig deep and steel yourselves for this war. The sunshine patriots will wane, and the summer soldiers will come and go. In the end, we must all search our own souls to determine how far we are willing to go to save this republic.
Yeah.
But as for me, my fellow patriots, give me liberty or give me death. God bless our republic. Be safe and wise today, and God bless the patriots.
File exempt on your taxes. Sorry, man.
Yes, this is live, and
Thank you
yes,
so
Jake
much,
is filming.
Jerry.
He's right there in front of me.
Jerry Gyrison. Is that how you say it? Gyrison. Don't forget him. Some of you may already know who he is. Okay, so our next guest, speaker, is very well known for her activity for parents' rights, and she's...
The reason he's wearing a helmet is because
she's just a jewel for
there's going
standing
to
up
probably
for
be
us out there
some
when our schools are
confrontations
doing. So
today,
fortunate
and it's
to
always
have
better to be
somebody
safe than
who
sorry.
leads this. She's the Executive Director of Parents' Rights in Education. She firmly stands for the rights of parents to raise their children without influence or control from the state teachers' unions or bureaucrats. She's loud in her beliefs and fights hard for our rights. So please give a big welcome for Suzanne Gallagher.
Term limits, all politicians!
Dustin is one of the Antifa mascots.
This is the beginning.
Is known as Two Less Legs, I think, on Twitter.
I believe that. Yeah. Do I hear a yes? Okay. Even though we were experiencing a health challenge, we know there is no real epidemic. Right? There is no real epidemic.
I do have a Discord. I think my Discord link is in the
With you, you know them all.
description, possibly.
I have good news and bad news. The bad.
Or it might have been changed so it's only Patreon people will have the Discord. I will say the Patreon, if you are on my Patreon, there's a specific Discord for everybody on there. And I spend a lot more time on there than I do on the other one. Mainly because I get notifications for the Patreon one, and I don't for the general one.
Are awake. And
So yeah, if you want to jump on the Discord, go on to Patreon.
And I have
Click the
to
link in the
say,
description.
This so-called epidemic for that.
Help a brother
bad.
out.
Free parents' rights in education call for schools to reopen in person.
I cannot go
But the teachers
to DC on the 6th unless there's a giant
The
influx
teachers'
of
union
donations.
will not
YouTube and Facebook
have
have
it.
killed me like horribly this month, so
Give them donations so we go.
They have shown us where they stand.
my income quickly went to about 0. So
Online instruction.
I'm definitely shooting for the 20th though. Hopefully I should be able to save enough money and so on to get out there on the 20th. So
Are learning
yep, if you guys want to help, donate, super chat. I got all the donation links if you want to help in the description as well.
Am I causing that feedback?
I'm just gonna walk away from that goodness. Can you guys hear me okay?
Their kids have to sit in front of a teacher with a Black Lives Matter.
I'll get over closer to the speaker.
Back wall in an English class or even bad. Seriously. So the CDC confirms this. States have seen substantial declines in reports of child maltreatment while school buildings are closed, indicating allegations are going underreported. Okay, that's bad, but what's good? Well, I predict that we are moving toward real school choice. Because now people are seeing that this is not working. President Trump, our President Trump has taken steps calling for emergency learning scholarships. Yes, students to be used for, guess what? Tuition fees for private or parochial schools. Homeschool, micro school, or learning pod costs. This is all great news. Special education and related services, including therapies, tutoring, or remedial education. Something else good. Every child deserves and has a right in this country to a quality K-12 education. I'm talking quality, folks, and we're saying that we're not getting quality. Public schools, however, are not going away. There will not be enough alternative schools. And by the way, there's a lot of dedicated funds to our public schools. What else is good? We now have a political action committee in the state of Oregon to fight this. Parents' rights in education, and you have a perfect opportunity to elect school board directors who will not cater to the Oregon Department of Education and superintendents.
Flight
who
to
work
DC
for them. The
on the
superintendents work
6th.
for the
I think
boards.
I was looking at it and I think it was
Instead, they will use their
600.
local power to demand accountability. So, what does that mean? That means we need your help. We need you to help Parents' Rights in Education to fund campaigns for good school board members. We're at almost the lowest level of public service there is in your community, but it is one of the most important. How do you think we got here with these crazy schools teaching our kids they can change their sex? Going behind parents' backs. I'm probably over time already, but I have brochures telling you about all of these really wild and crazy things that are going on in our public schools, and you and I are paying for it no more. So we need your help. Will you run for school board? Will you contribute to our political action committee and elect good school
If you go for
board
longer than
members?
5 days,
Contact Parents' Rights in Education.
have a look at hotel prices then.
.org. It's parentsrightsined.org. Get involved. Follow us on Facebook. We have.
I'll look into that for
We
sure.
have a page, and we have 6 other state.
If it saves a whole bunch of money to
including
stay a little bit
Oregon,
longer and I can
who
get a
are
cheap
in
hotel, that'd
partnership with
could
us.
work.
We can do this. It is a national issue. Have a great 2021, you guys. It is a fantastic time to be alive because we're going to see the take back of our country.
Thank you, Suzanne. So that was Suzanne Gallagher. Okay, our next guest speaker is the newly elected chair of Clackamas County Commission, the first fiscally conservative to ever be elected chair of the Tri-County Portland area. And she will take office on Monday, so that's kind of a big deal. She has boldly taken on state government leadership with her own plans to combat viruses and lockdowns. And she's fearlessly challenged Kate Brown for her Thanksgiving dinner restrictions and actually was featured on Fox News on Tucker Carlson show. And we just love her. She's a fighter and she's a strong patriot that doesn't give up. So be like Tootie. I'd like to welcome Tootie Smith.
Who would have thought a simple statement about having a Thanksgiving dinner with family would create so much controversy and be heard around the world? When I said Governor Brown was wrong when she ordered police into people's homes on Thanksgiving Day, it triggered 13 media interviews over 6 days and was heard across America, Canada, and the United Kingdom. I would have never suspected that a simple statement about upholding our constitutional rights would become a rally cry to correct bad government in our beloved Oregon. Not only did Oregon's 3 police agencies not arrest a single person on Thanksgiving Day, they issued a joint statement on November 17th that says, quote, "We will use an education-first approach. Oregon law enforcement recognizes that we cannot arrest our way out of a pandemic," close quote.
That's right.
Yeah.
Governor Brown then quickly gave OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Agency, Gestapo-like authorities to instill historic fear into our businesses who dare to open with huge fines, amounting in into the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Small businesses.
Instead, OSHA should be keeping businesses open with safety plans that keep their places free from viruses, with accepted technology like UV, HEPA air filtration that is used by airlines in America as they pack passengers like sardines onto their airplanes. Yet no reported COVID outbreaks have happened from any of America's airlines. Likewise, our hospitals use air filtration system to keep their places virus and germ-free while people stay. Where is our state leadership in trying to understand disease? We need to prepare for known and unknown viruses of the future because we cannot be shuttered into endless lockdowns, month after month, year after year, hoping that the bugs will magically go away.
Yeah!
Yesterday, in a press release, Governor Brown threw a temper tantrum when she threatened independent elected officials and businesses for exercising freedom of speech and our ability to participate in commerce and earn a living.
Why is she still getting paid?
Let me be clear. Governor Brown has no authority over me or any other elected official. I stand for freedom, smart health programs that heal, and allowing people to make intelligent decisions. These supposed progressive COVID laws that were designed to save us have turned into regressive mandates, taking our communities, counties, and cities backwards. Clackamas County small businesses will not survive the closures, while favors are given to the big box stores and multi-billion-dollar companies to remain open. For 10 months now, we've been told to change our behavior and life will get better. Instead, mental health issues have crippled our youth as public schools remain closed. Suicides and addiction have taken over mental health wings of our hospitals, and families struggle to make ends meet as job losses soar. We can manage COVID better that will allow businesses, public schools, and governments to open. Many doctors and scientists tell me our understanding of the virus has grown. Yet Oregon's policies don't show that. A vaccination is on the horizon.
No way!
But when? Who will get it? And the choice should be ours. We still need herd immunity for it to work, and that means getting out there. COVID has a 99% survival rate. Instead, the government leaders tell us just the opposite. And fear is driving the bus. Don't let the government lie to you. Speak your truth. In closing, I want to go away with 3 things. 1, show up at meetings and testify or submit your testimony online. 2, identify good leaders and support them. And 3, the best yet, run for office yourself. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, this is a hard-fought war. But keep the faith, follow your heart, and together, let's take back our beloved Oregon. Thank you so much, Judy.
Sorry, I wasn't talking during that, guys. Faith, I wanted to make sure I gave you a thank you. Saw that you sent me some dirt from Venmo. Wanted to say thank you for that. And yeah, guys, if I can get enough to go to DC on the 6th, you better believe I'll definitely get there.
on their butt behind their computer and bitch about us being here, okay? Just saying. So I want to introduce Jeff Coffey with
Lots of people. Thank you, right side. Happy New Year to all you guys. Yeah, oh, I also wanted to say thanks for reminding me. If you guys send through PayPal, make sure you do it if you can through friends and family. That's the only way that PayPal doesn't take a little bit, even though the very little bit that PayPal does take is nothing compared to what Super Chat takes. All of them are better than Super Chat, but any way is a good way. And any amount is better than nothing, honestly. Like, I understand. Trust me, I know what it's like with this economy. You know, every penny matters. So all of you people who have donated, like, I appreciate you guys a lot.
Those of you who have been here know what it's like to fight for liberty. And you know what it means to the people in those oppressed countries that have never had it. Because you've seen it in their eyes. You've seen the appreciation when they
absolutely think about it, you bet.
That flag means a lot more to me today than it did before I went to war the first time. We're not going to let the incredible sacrifice that flag represents, every bit of blood from the founding of this nation until this day that's been shed for that flag is worth honoring. And we are not going to let a stolen election diminish that. We are not going to let my old colleague in the House, Kate Brown, take our freedom from us. No! It's about liberty. By the way, just a quick check. Has everybody got your weapons on safety? I'm just checking mine to be sure. There you go. All right, look. Today, all over Oregon, there are restaurants opening up. There are gymnasiums all opening up. You know why? Because they're going to take a stand for liberty. And I'm telling you, Kate Brown is coming after them. So you need to defend every restaurant, every gym, every business that's been shut down, that's going to choose to take the risk of opening up. You need to go stand with them. Now, this election is not over, folks.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter what happens in D.C. so much as it matters what we do in Oregon right now, starting from this day forward. We know that vote fraud exists everywhere in the country, and it exists in Oregon.
My stepdad got a ballot.
If you want to help expose it, if you want to help find it, I'm going to ask you to email me on my radio show. My radio show is on KSLM, that's 1220 AM, right here in Salem, 104.3. Right now I'm from 6 in the morning till 9 o'clock in the morning, and then we replay that first hour at 6 in the evening. The radio station owner, KSLM, she's right here, Cindy Wyatt. Thank you, Cindy. I want you to email me and say, I want to help uncover vote fraud. Because we're putting together a team of people that is partially led by State Representative Mike Neerman and others to begin this long process of duplicating what's happening down in Arizona. You guys heard about that in Arizona?
Yes!
There are 800 volunteers going door to door, knocking on the doors of people that are phantom voters that do not exist, but they voted. And they are showing the proof. They're videotaping it. They're signing affidavits. They're getting notarized. And they presented that the other night in front of the state capitol. Thousands and thousands of phantom voters. Now, if you don't think they don't exist in Oregon, you're not thinking right. They do.
You want to see my dead stepdad's ballot?
Yeah, so I have a buddy of mine, is Fred Thompson, special operator from Vietnam. He has 9 ballots from his dead father-in-law.
I got
But
one!
Marion County keeps sending them to his dead father-in-law's address. 9 ballots in 2012. We gotta fix this, folks. Because if you don't think for 1 minute that the people down at Bush Park, they don't understand liberty. They're Marxists, okay? They will stop at nothing to take our liberty from us. So you know what? We'll never change vote by mail unless we prove how fraudulent it is.
Right.
Now, we do it better and different in this state than a lot of those other states, but it's still here and we need to fix it. So here's my email address. All you have to do is email. It's very simple. It's jeff@kslm.news. kslm.news. It's that simple. We need your help. I'll put you in touch with the people that are running this operation. Last thing. No, I'm not going to sing for you. Yeah, why don't? Join with me. You see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright skies and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Here's the hard part. And the rockets red bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the USA! 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 USA!
Freedom for America!
Thank you a lot. We have one more speaker, and you all love him. You all love him. We all do. And I'm so happy he took out time of his day to come down here from Washington down here to join us. He's big in the movement, done a lot for Washington, getting Washington open. He's back people all the time. He's always there for us. And he's just an all-around great guy. This guy is awesome.
Talking shit.
It's very fascist of you, Vincent. Hoping everybody gets sick. It's very fascist because they're not, following your orders. Such a fascist. Bye, Mark. Nobody cares. And there's been nothing racist said, by the way. So whatever. That's cool.
Whatever you want. That is your God-given right. Kate Brown only has the power that you guys give her. Do you understand that? That's why I want to give a huge shout out to all the mayors that work together to out in the open to declare that they're going to open up their city. And they did it together. That was courageous.
the leadership that we need in this country. It's
Neo-Nazis. Fun fact, freedom is the opposite of fascism, Mark. Get an education, kid. You'll be all right.
To stand up and open up because they become a target. But damn it, we're going to lose everything, guys, if we don't start being courageous in this country. Do you agree?
Yeah!
We have Salem boy up in Washington, okay, over by Olympia. All right, the judge, they had court date the other day. The judge said they're in contempt of court, and if they don't close down, they're going to go to jail. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to reopen on Monday. They're willing to go to jail for the cause because they know that if someone doesn't stand up and be a leader, if we don't start doing something now, we're going to lose everything in this country. We're going to lose our freedom. It doesn't matter if you're in jail or out of jail, we're still going to be prisoners. So it's time to take a stand, ladies and gentlemen. No more waiting. No more waiting. We're on a clock right now. I want you to think about this. Our economy can only last so long like this. Is that right? Right? Like 80% of those people who are employed are by small business. This lockdown attacks small business. I want to ask you this question. Why is it that they get to load thousands and thousands of people into Walmart, into Target, into Safeway, into Fred Meyer's, but we can't go inside a restaurant and sit down and eat with our friends and family? It's 100% criminal, and we need to start acting that way. Here's what I believe. There's been an act of war on the United States of America. Politicians who sold us out. Kate Brown sold us out. Inslee sold us out. All of them sold us out. That's an act of war.
I agree.
On top of that, with all the cheating, with all the fraud, with the voting, right? We're in occupied territory, ladies and gentlemen, because our votes don't mean anything because they're cheating and they've been doing it for a long time. They've been doing it for a long time. So here's what I'm here to tell you, and this is what I've been pushing everywhere that I go, okay? Take your community that you live, all right? Take it, and the constitutional, the small cities, the small counties, take it and lay claim to it and say it belongs to the Constitution, okay? And you protect these businesses, you fight for them, you encourage them to open up. I'm telling you right now, okay? If people call out their bluff, right? Like right now, these mayors are calling out the bluff on Kate Brown. They're saying, we're going to open up, come and do something, okay? We have to have the government come after us for standing up and doing the right thing so that Americans will wake up. The second they try to start throwing people in jail, which they have, I'm telling you, America will wake up, especially when they allow these criminals to run around in the far left cities and to burn down, break buildings, and destroy property and let everyone else out of jail. But they want to throw you guys in jail simply for working. Come on now. Come on now. The time to stand was a long time ago. I know there's people in here, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to get involved, but I'm telling you right here, right now, if you simply go out there and you try and you fight for freedom, put your faith in something bigger than yourself, you guys will do amazing things. Guys, God bless each and every single one of you.
Got some rain starting, so my audio might completely crap out, but at least you guys will have footage of what happens. Might not be able to hear much of anything.
God, I want to.
We got a Navy guy here, so.
We got a news helicopter above us now. So I think we're gonna march. We're gonna march now somewheres. Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
It's so true. We need to throw some balloons up there and get them caught in the propeller.
Still having some Antifa scouts rolling by, playing their Donald Trump stuff, so. Probably gonna start checking now that it's raining, see if people start leaving. Once the march starts, I'm sure that's when Antifa will probably make their appearance. They like heading people off, picking people off, stragglers, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this day goes. I'm going to be holding the phone fairly close to me, so I won't be seeing some of the comments. Living the dream.
Yep. Mr. Bill Fletcher. Mr. Bill Fletcher.
I love Jesus, man.
Amen.
Cracking. Definitely. Looks like they're gonna start marching here in a minute. I assume a lot of people have disappeared. I don't know where they've gone. Huh? No. No. Oh, everybody's getting their flags going to their vehicles. Ooh, there's some rain coming. You know, you're good, you're good.
Yeah, Antifa fit over there, right above the park.
That way? So it looks like Air 12 is heading over Antifa at the moment. Anybody watching Concrete Reporting, seeing if Antifa started moving yet?
That's right.
Here comes the rain. So I apologize, guys, if the sound goes to crap. But at least you guys will be able to see what happens anyway. I knew the weather would come to this, but hoping that it'd last for a little bit longer. Antifa starting to move. All right, it's about to get interesting. It just started moving. Apologize for blowing. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Trying to get the water out. Last time I was filming in a rainstorm, it didn't go well.
got a little music for inspiration.
Tom McDonald. I'm gonna get underneath this tree here and clear the mics. You guys still hear me? Speakers still work? All right, awesome. Thanks, guys. I'll keep blowing on it and try to get the water out. I don't know why. I mean, this thing's supposed to be waterproof and all that, but it went bad last time, so I'm nervous. I just want to make your guys' experience as enjoyable as possible. The majority of Proud Boys and Creepers are on this side of the street, and the other Patriots folk are on the other side. Like the Proud Boys are getting ready. Oh, music playing. Can't hear music, can't hear music, can't hear music. There's a Hoover, there's that. Alright. One thing I found interesting is that I've not seen a single officer today. The last event that I was aware of down here, there was quite a lot of police. A little property destruction, but not one officer here today. All right, rain's starting to ease off a little bit. See how long it lasts. Looks like everybody's crossing the road. Can you guys hear that music? The first law enforcement we've seen. Jack. I spoke a little early.
I gotta pee so bad. I had too many White Claws. Open up the state, folks.
Listen to the man. He knows what he's talking about.
People are dying. We need jobs. We need economic security here. Remember, the best jobs program is a jobs. The best government program is a job.
That's right.
Hey, there's Donald Trump.
So quiet today.
There's Joey. All right. I've been wanting to block him, but
We're gathering on the corner of.
boop. Bye, Joey. Sorry, guys. Joey's no longer with us. He wasn't wearing his mask. Poor little fella.
You're a woman. Stand up with the rest of us. We will not be pushed around.
Oh,
Are you afraid of standing in the street and getting pushed away by the cops?
there's your civil disobedience, y'all. Antifa can do it. BLM can do it. For the first time, Patriot Group has decided to take the street. Well, a lot of people staying on the sidewalk. We have quite a few people coming onto the street. We have quite a few people coming onto the street. Nice. Never heard that before. It's amazing. That's awesome. It's a way better version. Line's getting pretty spread out. FanDuel is again no longer with us. Bye, Joey. All I gotta say is hopefully I don't have to run today because my back is still healing. And this walking, as it is, painful. I saw Chris a minute ago, Audra. I'm pretty sure he's still here. Ray. I'm unfortunately not looking at the screen too often, so I do miss a lot of comments.
When you want to stay flexible, book your trip.
We're going to a house. We're gonna have to go. It's all right. Only 1,500 people saw that. You're okay.
Watch the water. Right off the thing.
Feels good.
It's a pretty tight little.
It's handy.
Yep. Nice.
What'd you see? Didn't see nothing. I try to keep it clean, you know. Delusional bigots. Sounds like somebody who lacks some critical thinking skills said something like that. We have no law enforcement visible. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to the governor's mansion. I don't know. Nope, no drones. I do know that they're watching the streams, and I got Fox 12 is above us in a helicopter. They're all sharing it. Conservatives for fascism. It's funny because conservatism is the absolute opposite of fascism. Freedom being the opposite of fascism. So, yeah, fascism for the ignorant who, oh, hey, there's a cop way up there. Anyway, fascism for those who have no idea about anything. It's total government control. It's the sister tyranny of communism, dictatorship, you know, all those. Just because Google decides to add a word to try to make it mean something different doesn't make it true. Fascism has been defined for a long time as government controls everything. So, yeah. Try again. Whenever you call a conservative or a right-winger a fascist, just try to back it up for once. Nobody's ever been able to do it yet, so, you know, we all have hopes and dreams. My dream is one day somebody will actually be able to tell me what is fascist about being a conservative or a right-winger or even a Proud Boy. When everybody, all they ever talk about is freedom. It's weird. We have the largest incarceration rate in the world. That's what makes us fascist. Holy good God. Well, that's a whole long discussion, but it has absolutely nothing to do with fascism. It has more to do with crime and an entitled population that believes that authority doesn't exist. We didn't used to have such a massive incarceration rate here. It's amazing. Something changed. Causation, correlation, oh, that's something that you learn in school. It comes with education, knowing what those words mean. Google them. I don't think they've changed the definition of those words yet. Little cuties. The precursor to crime is laws. So we should be a lawless society. Ooh, that makes sense. Like Chicago? Ooh, good idea.
Don't go to Chicago.
Oh, that's weird. This guy just said don't go to Chicago.
Unless you want to get shot.
Oh, unless you want to get shot. Oh, so that's what happens in a lawless area? Weird.
Yeah, isn't it funny how I saw the coolest thing, well, not the coolest thing, but the saddest thing, reality check. About a month ago, K-12, it's K-12, you know, their news station, they did an interview with a black person, no less, black male, and he said, I think that gun violence has been on the rise ever since they disbanded the gun violence reduction team in July. Because they caved all the people, and I sat there and I went,
no. Say it ain't so.
When did all the spikes and shootings happen? In July. Oh, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, and I'm just like, so you have right there, you have a black man, like middle-aged black man saying that, oh, and no less, his two nephews, twins, they moved down to Sacramento a while ago with their mom to get away from the violence in Portland, like when they were young. And then they were up here visiting family, and they both got shot at, and one of them got killed by another black person. But I'm just like, the people are telling you what's wrong. But no, you just keep, you don't even care.
It's true.
Somebody lost the key. What's that? What's that cardio treatment?
Oh, with my, what is it? What do you say it was? Well, right above my tailbone being like excruciatingly painful right now. Oh. It's awesome.
So you're ass first. So literally, I'm just butthurt.
I'm incredibly butthurt right now. You better believe it.
Yeah, I'm fine walking uphill. Don't get to go downhill. Momentum? Yeah. Oh, my underwear might catch on fire. So
We don't have to do this on the way back. So.
What do you mean?
Oh, somebody's gonna pick us up.
Oh, that's nice. Wish I had friends.
Yeah, me too. It's my fucking car.
Except for wearing it.
Judging by
All right, we got riot police over here, guys. Sheriff's office is here.
Look, there's Kate's Einsatzgruppen. There they are.
I hear there was a megaphone. Could have been LRAD. Oh, we got police over here on the right as well. Came up alongside of us.
What's that?
G.I. Joe reference? When I was a kid, there was G.I. Joe's cartoon. There was like G.I. Joe, there was like snake guys. The guys like,
Looks like this march might be coming to an end. We got more police ahead of us now. Rumor has it Antifa. Okay, yeah, they're still in the park. Okay.
But apparently worthy of the term Gestapo, the way they treated us at the Capitol a couple weeks ago.
oh really?
Yeah, they shot women and children in the face with pepper balls and flint cream.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That wasn't the news though.
Of course not. No, they said far heavily armed
Bush Park
far-right
Antifa?
groups storm Capitol, use pepper balls and pepper spray.
This event, for those of you just now showing up, this event is pretty much aimed at opening up the state,
The thing is that people just read the news.
getting the state going, opening again. It's in support of the businesses that have defied the orders. And they're now on their way to the governor's mansion, I assume. I believe.
We had every right to be in that place.
We now have a police presence.
Oh yeah.
And they kept us out. Therefore, they betrayed their oaths.
Somebody just asked, where's your masks? These people believe in risky freedom over peaceful slavery. As should most people.
They chose their cushy jobs, their paychecks, and their pensions over liberty. But yeah, thank God we have.
For all the ignorant people who say stupid things like 1619, if it wasn't for 1776, we would still have rampant slavery in this world. If it wasn't for the ideas and principles laid out in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States, This would be a completely different world right now. Also, our country did not exist until 1776, so again, try again.
Break it down to them in those terms, and all of a sudden, the Constitution. Found that out on election night on November 3rd, where Democrats.
So he just tried saying something over his loudspeaker, but I couldn't hear what he said. Most likely it's get off the street.
Well, the rain decided to wind down a little bit. Hey, let's get it, Dutch Brothers.
I'd love to catch up, however, my current and pressing injury makes that a little more easier said than done.
I'll take a 16-ounce annihilator, hot, whipped cream, because I'm feeling kind of sporty.
Sprinkle my hot baby.
What's that?
Sprinkle my hot baby. Now we're stopping.
Oh, we got some more music coming up here. Let's see, what am I going to talk about while music's playing? I'm going to talk about something nice, you know, talk about freedom and how this is a really good song. There we go, that's better.
Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa!
Make your way up to the front, women!
Looks like I cannot wait for my replacement phone to get here. It appears that possibly my phone is not charging. So if I end up blacking out, I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm going to actually end the live stream for a second. Make sure you hit that subscribe and the bell I'm gonna end the live stream and let my phone charge up, make sure it's working, and I'll be back. So hit subscribe, hit the bell, that way you guys know when I'm back, and I'll see you guys here in a little bit.